Welcome. The Fresh Air is Overrated, the weekly source for anything gaming with Wild, Matt, and Herbst.
And Steiner.
Begins and...
Yo, welcome to Fresh Air is Overrated. It is episode number 238. That's a lot of episodes. As Steiner is hitting the mic over there. Hey.
Hello.
We'll just introduce him first.
Sure.
The few times that I unmute him before he starts to speak, and then he hits the mic.
Yep.
That's how it goes.
At least you didn't forget to mute me.
Or
Or unmute me.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I said.
Whatever.
That's cool.
Well, I know. Yeah. No, but you didn't forget to mute me because I'm pretty sure I'd have been talking during the intro, or then you unmuted me and then I do shit.
Yeah, sure. Sure, whatever the hell we're talking about now.
Yep.
So yeah, it's June 27th. June is almost July.
July.
Jeez, July is almost done. That's what I meant. I meant to totally say July, but you know, it's almost August. Almost John Jones versus Cormier time.
Yeah.
Which is
two
crazy.
more days.
It's crazy. And then August there's the huge boxing thing. But anyways, that's for another show that happens on our website, megascorcher.com. It's called Sprawl and Brawl. Check it out. But right now, you know, Fresh Air is Overrated. The show about video games. We're here every Thursday. You can go find the podcasts wherever podcasts can be found. And we're also available as a VOD or a video podcast or whatever. And we air live on YouTube, Twitch, Ustream, a bunch of other places, Megascorcher TV. Just go to our website. It will list everything as well. All right, so just let's jump into games we're playing. I didn't really play much this week, except I played Mega Maker. I was almost going to say Mega Man Maker, but it's just Mega Maker.
That would have been a lawsuit, I'm sure.
Nah. A lot of Mega Man fan games are called Mega Man something.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, for sure. It's cool. It's really cool. I have not made a level yet, but the levels just keep getting fucking sweeter and sweeter in that shit, so...
So you were just playing
Yes, it's very easy to find levels.
Cool.
It's almost easier than it was in the original Super Mario Maker. The original Makers.
Yeah.
Because this is pretty much the same idea.
Yeah.
So that's all I can say. It's Mega Man. The scrolling is a little bit off, I think. It's slower, but whatever.
The scrolling as you
get like
left to right.
Yes.
Or right to left.
Yes. Especially when you hit I don't know, it just feels different. But it still feels like Mega Man at the end of the day. You can only have 3 bullets on the screen, you know, all that goodness.
Charge shots or no charge shots?
Charge and slide, yep.
And slide, okay.
Yep, they're in there. I guess I want to say it's the first 6 games that the tiles are based on, but maybe 9 and 10 are in there too? I totally forget. I think the 2 Boss Masters that got re-released on the first game on Powered Up, the PSP game.
Right.
That game had 2 new bosses. It was like Time Man and Bomb. No, Bomb Man was already somebody. Oil Man was the new dude. So they added those 2 dudes. Oil Man had like a surfboard made out of oil, so you could just surf everywhere.
Kind of like Iceman.
Oh yeah, sure.
Bobby.
Sure. Or Silver Surfer. You know. He just surfs everywhere.
Well, the Silver Surfer actually has a surfboard. It actually floats. It's not that he's riding.
Dude, he's riding.
Oh, okay. Is Oil Man riding a wave or is he riding a board?
Just a board on the ground, but the board is oil. Like he can manipulate oil to just be a form, and he chooses it to be a board.
Okay.
That just goes on the ground and he slips everywhere. That's his gimmick. Time Man, I don't even remember what Time Man does. He has a weird gimmick, but it's been so fucking long since I played Powered Up, and it's weird because Powered Up, you made your levels too. That was a maker. You made your levels and you shared it. Oh man, the cutesy nature of the look of that game just drove a lot of people away. It was okay though. It was still Mega Man. Anyways, that's it. That's all I played.
Yeah. Well, Just Cause 3 was free on Steam this week.
It's free on PS Plus right now.
Is it now? Because it
Yeah,
ended
right now. Well,
today
I guess it's August. I guess it's
1.
August. So in a
Okay.
few days.
Still a few days. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I played about 20 hours of that, and yeah. So I'm happy I didn't buy that because I got tired after the 20 hours. I don't want to play it anymore.
If you would have bought it, you probably would be more invested in it.
I don't know. It's pretty repetitive. It's just,
Maybe there's a good story in there, though. I don't know.
I was trying to just do the story missions, and then it just got bad. Like just this shit. Like they had missions of like, okay, you're here now. You need to go 4 kilometers that way. Or now you need to go 5 kilometers that way. Or now you need to go 6 kilometers that way. So it was a lot of just like running around.
I don't know. That sounds like the other games, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Which the grappling hook is the fastest way to move around. So it's just you have to get good at like releasing and hitting it at the right times, and then you can get places pretty quick. But it's still just you're just doing like 3 button press just over and 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 over again. It's just that after 20 hours was very annoying. Not to say, like the game is pretty good. There's some weird. I was probably doing shit that I wasn't really. So I was just starting to take over towns that were in the area during a mission, which I don't think you're supposed to do.
Who knows?
It was just weird on some of the shit that happened. There were some weird glitches that happened. Holy shit! I think what happened is I got my head cut off by the rotor of a helicopter. I think that's what happened. Because my head didn't get decapitated, but it just seemed like that's what happened. But like I went through the helicopter to have it happen. So I like glitched through the helicopter and then died. Yep. As I went through
video game physics.
Yeah, pretty much.
Have you ever seen the Twilight Zone movie?
Like the one from the 60s? Or
Yes.
I'm sure I have. Just fucking
that dude died in that movie. Actually while filming it.
Oh, okay.
A helicopter fell on him and 2 kids.
Shit.
Yep, and I think that was in LA or some shit, and ever since then there's a lot more laws about filming stuff.
Yeah, I also played StarCraft 2 and Wasteland 2.
What? StarCraft 2?
Yeah, a little game that I'm still playing after, I don't know, 10 years.
Did you
How long is that?
You already own StarCraft 1. I was going to say, did you play it when it got re-released? But
is it actually out yet?
Isn't it? I thought it was. Or is it just it's free for the original is free?
I think the free, yeah.
Okay, so there's probably more people playing it then. If it's free for everybody.
Yeah, it's been out for 7 years today.
Remastered.
7 years today. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, so it is. Oh no, pre-purchase now. I see. All right.
Yeah, pre-purchase.
I thought it was out.
Yeah, so StarCraft came out 7 years ago today.
StarCraft 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wings of Liberty.
Yeah. I'm
since
honestly surprised
then.
it's not a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
But hey.
Eat that,
makes
consoles.
Sense.
Eat that.
There's still some console games that I could be playing, I bet. Like Geometry Wars 1. But you could play that on PC anyways, so.
Yeah, so.
If I had an Xbox, there's a few classic Xbox Live Arcade games that I would go back to. If I had an Xbox.
I guess this is online, meaning that you can actually. I'm playing with people daily.
I bet that there's still people playing some Xbox Live games online.
The only game I could see that being would be like COD 4.
Oh no! Well, then that's just a regular. I'm sure that there has to be some arcade games that are still. There's some people playing some crazy, wacky Xbox 360 arcade game. There must be.
Actually. All right. Yeah, maybe because I guess you're not canceling the 360 Xbox Live.
No, because it's the same as Xbox One, really.
Just one, yeah.
It's the same.
Well, because I remember they shut down Xbox Live.
Yeah, Xbox Live. The reason they gave the reason is because it was holding back the user number. Because if it went higher, it would break the Xbox One or the original Xbox. Sorry.
That was one of the reasons. The other reason, I'm sure, with cost and other things. They could have fixed that with some sort of update.
Yeah. Yes and no, but why do it? The only game that people were still playing was Halo.
That is yes.
So they could have patched Halo to still work, I guess, but whatever. Whatever. It's just Halo. All those maps are available in other games now.
Have they got the Xbox compatibility on the Xbox One yet?
Regular Halo on Xbox?
Right, yeah. Say playing
I don't think
Combat
so.
Evolved.
I don't think so. I don't even know why you'd want that, to be honest.
Well, I could see. Well, I guess you got Anniversary and all that shit, so maybe
I'm sure they patched that to be better, but it could still suck. I have no idea.
Well, people love that shit because you got to play an FPS multiplayer.
But if you really care about playing the online, though, like all those maps are in other Halo games. So you can
much
play
better done,
Blood
I'm sure,
Gulch
as well,
in Halo 3. It's another name, but whatever.
It's the same map.
It is the same map.
I don't know. I played a shit ton of Halo 3. Didn't play any Halo 2, and I guess I did play a fair bit of Halo.
Yeah. Halo 3 was the one I played the most online, probably just because at the time,
Yeah.
That was like 2007. A lot of people were playing online and talking on mics. I guess there was a lot of people talking on mics on the original Xbox.
In the EG thing, I ran a tournament that had like 18 people show up. It was kind of stupid.
Did I show up?
No.
Okay, good. Because I would have destroyed everybody at Halo. Destroyed.
Highly doubt that, but sure.
Like I destroy Battlefield all the time. Whatever. Anyways, grabbed a sword and just fucking wrecked.
Well, Halo's like Battlefield's one thing. Halo's very different.
Oh, I know, but still, there's still a strategy to it. You just wait for the sword and the shotgun, and then if you can get dual needlers, that's also pretty okay. But then you need to get rid of it because there's not a lot of ammo. Anyways, new releases. Hey, Fortnite kind of came out because it's still in early access, but you can get it on everything. PC, PS4,
I don't
Xbox.
fully understand how that is working, but yeah.
So they just want to charge money before it's actually out and free.
But then they're charging,
So it's $40 to get it right now.
I think I just had a stroke.
If you want to get it right now, it's $40, and you get like some loot packs and a few things, and then you could get $60, $80, or $150.
So you're paying for a beta.
Kind of. Like this game's always going to be in beta if you think about it. So.
Well, but then you're not going to be paying for it in a year.
Think about this.
Whenever.
Not Diablo. Let's say StarCraft. Kind of still updating all the time.
Multiplayer is updating all the time.
Well, this is multiplayer though. It's Fortnite.
It's not multiplayer. It's PvE.
Is it? But
I do not think there's any PvP whatsoever in it.
But I'm pretty sure it's multiplayer.
Oh no, yeah, it's online co-op.
Oh, yeah, it's multiplayer.
But that's not multiplayer. That's co-op.
That's multiplayer.
No, multiplayer would be PvP.
I didn't specify if it was a competitive or cooperative. It is still multiplayer. You're still playing with people.
Yeah. Well, it's PvE, so your balancing's not the same. Like what they do in StarCraft is PvE or PvP balancing, and then they change shit up because like people get bored.
When it's a free-to-play game, though, they update all the time. It's a different thing. It's like Super Monday Night Combat. It's just, we got to fix this shit.
Well, yes, there are balances and stuff like that will be. But but again, you're talking PvP for Monday Night Combat or
well, let's compare it to goddamn Minecraft then. There's still going to be patches forever.
Well, that's for then all games. Yeah,
yes.
I don't know if anyone's actually going to play this thing.
So apparently 500,000 people have bought into Fortnite already.
They're morons.
Half a million. I almost said a billion.
Well, I guess I don't know how long has this been going on for.
It just came out.
They had 500,000 pre-orders for the early access.
Well, I guess so. So whatever. The money just came in.
Right. Well, I'm just Well, the Battlegrounds that's again still in early access, but
yes,
that has some ridiculous numbers.
So.
Speaking of ridiculous numbers.
Yes. In the UK, the top-selling physical release game of this year so far, up till June, GTA 5. That's not that mind-blowing, to be honest. What came out this year?
What?
What came out this year? That's physical release.
Oh well. Okay, yeah, physical release is the weird thing, but the thing is, okay, well
like
they had
Zelda,
reported.
but Zelda. This is the UK though. You got to keep in mind it's only in the UK. So they sold 334,280.
Well, I would think Horizon Zero Dawn should be higher than that.
Wildlands is second, and it sold 20,000 fewer units than GTA 5.
But no, the thing is, GTA 5 is like fucking 6 years old or 5 years old or something fucked up like that.
I think it's 5.
I think it's 5.
Yeah.
But again, this is also physical copies. If you include the number of fucking shit on Steam or whatever that they sold.
PSN and Xbox.
Yeah, like the digital copies, I'm sure that number would be 4 or 5 times that.
Yeah, because I'm sure whoever wants to buy GTA right now.
Over 80 million fucking copies, apparently.
I would say probably like 40% of people who want GTA still right now would probably buy it online. Because they could maybe find it cheaper. But man, that's the thing. Physical games like on Amazon, you can get that shit for cheap sometimes.
Yeah. But so GTA 5 has sold 80 million copies. Over 80 million copies.
Yeah. GTA 5 is awesome.
But again, a lot of people would have bought it multiple times because of the last generation release and then with whatever.
I did not buy it on the PS4. I did play it on the PS4, but I didn't buy it.
I did buy it on the PS4
I bought it on the PS3. It's a good game.
Yeah. I've been thinking of getting it on the PC mainly because I can actually use a keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, it goes on sale for like 10%. That was the issue
that I had with the game is that just shooting in it did not feel good.
Oh, I think they figured that out since 4. 5 definitely was better.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it wasn't, but it still is not.
4, 5 felt a lot like Max Payne in terms of what the shooting was. Or Max Payne 3 specifically is what I should say.
Yeah.
All right, Sims 4, weirdly enough, is coming to consoles November 17th. That's PS3 and Xbox. PS4, sorry. PS4 and Xbox. I just said, PS3, GTA 5, all that goodness.
Is Sims 4 already out on PC? Is Sims 4 already out on PC?
Oh, are you crazy? This game is fucking 7 years old too. Sims 4 is fucking crazy old. 2014 maybe. 13? When the fuck did Sims 4 come out? It's old.
I'll get back to you in a couple of seconds here.
It's old. So yeah, if you're an EA Access member though, you can get it a week early, November 9th. That's PC and Xbox.
It's actually not giving me a release date.
Oh god damn it. I'm just gonna look this up on Wikipedia. It's gonna.
Yeah, I know. I actually tried going to Origin, and that was a mistake.
November 1st, 2006. No, that's the. Okay.
2014. September.
2014. Yeah, so 3 years. Yeah, 3 years, almost 3 years.
Well, 3 years and minus a month.
Yeah. By the time this game comes out, it'll be minus a month-ish until 3 years. So it's. I remember that game coming out way longer before that, but I might be confusing it with 3. Who knows? Because they probably look exactly the same.
I'm just not even sure what the fuck this game is.
Because this game came out after SimCity, right?
No.
I want to say the new SimCity was in 2013. I want to say that was 2013. SimCity, new game, new SimCity. What the fuck? 2013, yeah. So yeah, The Sims 4 came out right after that. Well, right after.
SimCity Build It was the latest, and that came out in 14.
Yeah, that not so good game that people didn't like. All right, BioWare.
Well, that was DRM.
Well, DRM and the always online thing, and the even the city building was weird.
Well, that was their DRM, was always online.
Well, and then you actually had to play with people, which was a shitty thing about that game. Like you couldn't just build a city and be like, I built the ultimate city. You had to have a neighbor that also had a good city, so you could connect shit and share shit. And anyways, so BioWare, more EA news here. Anthem in Edmonton has a corn maze that if you look at it from the sky, it just looks like an Anthem dude, and it says BioWare at the bottom. Yeah. But it's a corn maze that you can actually finish and go through.
My thing is Anthem being done by EA Edmonton? Or I could have sworn...
I don't know.
It was EA Austin.
Maybe.
So why would they be? I guess because it's just
It's
BioWare.
Edmonton. Let's do it in Edmonton. It's probably cheaper.
Developer BioWare. It's not actually indicating which one on.
Who knows? Maybe
Let's go to Wiki.
It's probably just a dude that had a connection to a corn maze dude, and he was like, "Hey, I can do this." He's like, "Okay, let me ask my boss." Oh yeah, let's do it. It's probably something like that because this is a weird one. It's not like a stereotypical advertisement of a video game. You know, it's not something you see every day.
That is not the right anthem.
Here we got Steiner, the master of Googling, right here.
Yeah,
he knows how to look up stuff on the internet. All right.
Well, I kind of try, but it doesn't really work all the time.
Need for Speed Payback got a new trailer this week, and it focused on customization. So you can unlock parts and you make your cars faster. What? They've never done that in a Need for Speed game ever. Never.
This is which one's Payback? Payback's
the one that's not out yet.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, the one that's coming out. So, you can put spoilers on there because, Need for Speed. But also Fast and the Furious.
Yeah. Give me some Vin Diesel.
So we're all about that. So when you win a race, you pick a random card at the end, and then it gives you a power-up, so like a transmission or a new tires or whatever the hell.
So what if you never win a game?
I assume you get lesser stuff. You have to get stuff at 2 and 3rd. You have to.
Yeah, fair enough.
And you also find cars randomly stranded everywhere. So it's kind of like Forza Horizon. You find the barns that have abandoned cars in them.
Wasn't that... They did that in another Need for Speed game that you had to actually find the car to then be able to...
Did they? I don't remember that in Need for Speed.
I want to say it was Most Wanted.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe, yeah, I do remember. Oh, yeah, they were called like hotspots. No. There was a name for those things, but I forget. This game looks cool. November 10th. Crash Bandicoot. There's DLC. It's a lost level, apparently, called Stormy Ascent. And the reason they removed it is because it was too hard. I actually remember this. I actually remember the story about this, that they removed a level. I think it was from the third. I think it's the third game. But yeah, it was like one of those side-scrolling levels, and it was just hard. Is what they said about this level. And according to Activision, it is also the top-selling game of the month worldwide, which is crazy because that game came out June 30th. So that gave it June 30th and June 31st to sell the most copies. But again, it's physical games.
Yeah.
So not digital. It still probably did okay digital, but I assume a lot of the reason why people buy this physical a lot of the time is just to sell it back when they're done.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I did buy... I bought Dishonored 2 hard copy or disc, which then I never actually I don't have a disk drive in my computer to then put it in.
I was gonna say and then you put it in your PS4 and it downloaded an update.
No, PC, motherfucker,
yeah,
PC. Yeah. Who do you think you're talking to?
Well,
PS4.
Do you have a PS4? You had one, right?
I do have one.
Okay,
I pretty much just watch Netflix on it.
Well, so the good thing is if you have like a girlfriend or somebody that you play games with, you can just buy one game digitally.
Yes, this is true.
Play it on 2 different systems and just have fun. Can't do that on Steam. Well, can you? No, you can, but you can't play at the same time.
Correct.
Not online, anyways.
Yeah, I believe there is some. I can take it off. No, I can't.
I think you can.
If you're on the same computer, then it doesn't really fucking matter.
I think you can go offline and keep playing the same game you were playing, but as soon as you close that game, you can't reopen a new game. You have to have it open, and then you can go play the other game on the other system.
I can't. I've never really done any of that, but obviously,
there's no real
you'd
reason
have to
to
be
do
logged
it with
in
Steam.
as me. To then, but anyone.
Oh yeah, there's no real reason to do it on Steam. Like, who has 2 super powerful computers at home? It's a rarity. It's a rarity.
My wife's computer is better than yours.
Sure.
But that's not saying much.
At one point, I had 2 good computers, but not anymore. Not anymore. All right. So Evo, we talked about it this last week, but the Dragon Ball Z Fighters or Dragon Ball Fighters or Dragon Ball Fighter Z, whatever the hell it's actually called, they were going to open up beta registrations yesterday, and they were like, nah, we're not ready. So August 22nd is when they're actually going to take those now, and that beta will run on September 16th through the 18th. And they announced Piccolo and Krillin, of course. Dude, it's a Dragon Ball Z game, okay? There's only so many characters in that shit that you can actually put in the game.
There's a lot more than you think there would be.
Well, okay, if you want to stick to the anime, if you want to include all the movies and shit, you can put like Brawly in there.
And that's what they do, though.
Yeah, but you don't like Brawly shows up, but I mean he's like the one dude that shows up sometimes. There's not that many movie characters.
BoJack shows up. Like if you're talking like about the games, most of the characters from all the movies. That's one of the reasons why they made the movies is so they can have more characters in this shit. Because those movies were done for dirt cheap.
Sure. But yeah, no, I know a lot of Dragon Ball characters. It's just at the end of the day, I guess if like Vidal could be there because she's a lady.
I'm sure Vidal would be. Like I what was like Budokai, I guess would be.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters I know, but at the end of the day, if they don't put Krillin and Piccolo in there, what is this madness? Come on. Now.
Yeah, obviously.
Of course, future Trunks is going to be in this. What are you talking about? Come on.
Yeah. Well, then you'd even get the fused characters like Vegito or Gogito or whatever the fuck their names are.
You could. But I think they've stuck to not doing that often because then it's like Vegito being beaten by Piccolo. It just,
Well, but that's the whole thing about the game to begin with is the problem.
No, well, the games usually try to like stick to some truth. So like if you play as Piccolo against Frieza, usually Frieza is going to be harder to beat if you are Piccolo, and vice versa. You actually do need to be a better player if you play as the weaker guys.
Well, okay, I haven't played one since.
Oh well, it's been a while since I played Budokai. It's probably the last series of Dragon Ball fighting games I played. This is totally different though. This is like a real fighting game, so. Let's see what they actually do with it. It might be actually.
Okay, we got Mystic Gohan. We got Bibbidi. Holy shit, Bobbidi. You got Vegito.
But why would you put Mystic Gohan in there when you could just put Gohan or Captain?
Well, there's 2 Gohans.
Captain, whatever his face is.
There's Super Saiyan Gohan, and then there's Mystic Gohan.
Is it Captain Saiyan? Is that what his name is?
Mr. Saiyaman.
Mr. Saiyaman. Great Saiyaman. Yes.
Yeah, you got Videl. You got shit. What's it? The green dude from Namek. Not the Cyan guy from Namek. The guy who starts with a Z, I think.
I have no idea.
It's Doria, and Doria's the pink blob, and then there was the other.
I have no idea. Idea.
Well, you got Beerus.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's
Bardock,
just put the gods in there. No, but I would consider it's weird because some of the movies are canon and some aren't.
None of them are technically canon.
Because Beerus is in this, isn't he? But I don't know.
No, Beerus is.
I guess they're only doing movies now, so yeah.
Well,
but isn't he in Super? So wouldn't
yes,
that put
but
him
he's
canon?
in Super. They redid those arcs.
I would just put he's canon. He's Dragon Ball canon.
No. But the thing is, in Dragon Ball Z Super, they redid those 2 movies in Dragon Ball Z Super. It wasn't a continuation from the movie. They redid the movie and did it differently.
Hey, I don't give a shit about the timelines. I've just watched all the movies. I don't care how it aligns. It's like Zelda. It's like Zelda to me, okay? They'll try to make sense of all this shit, okay? You just watch it, and you don't care about it. So, yeah, whatever, Dragon Ball. So, hey, talk about Dragon Ball and flying. If you're flying in the U.S. now, the TSA is going to force you to remove your consoles from your bag. They're saying anything bigger than an iPad now is going to have to be removed from your bag and checked in a separate, when you go through and you put your bag in a plastic container and they're like passing it through the X-ray. We're gonna have to do that with every console now in the U.S.
Meh.
It's a hassle if you have an Xbox in a bag and it's already all packed. So now you're just gonna have to be conscious about it and put your console or your PC kind of like close to you and not tucked away. Just be, if you're an American, be conscious of that now. So Nintendo had an earnings call, and it seems like Metroid Prime won't be out until after 2018. So expect that. And the Pokemon RPG, that's for the Switch.
Yeah.
The Mario Switch is going to be 2018 or later. So
okay, so
maybe
what
out
the
next
fuck's
year.
coming out for 2018?
I don't know. Odyssey's out this year, and then
But that's this year.
E3's still next year. They could still be like, hey, we have stuff.
Yeah, but again, wouldn't you have announced that shit this?
No,
E3
they're Nintendo. They're Nintendo. Here, we'll talk about why they don't need to do that, because they've sold 4.7 million Switches so far.
Worldwide. Okay, I would like to see the
worldwide.
distribution numbers on that.
Worldwide. Zelda has sold 3.92 million. That's a lot, too. Mario Kart has sold 3.5 million, and then ARMS sold 1.18 million. So that's a lot of stuff to be selling. They're doing all right there. That's up until June. So that's the first half of this year. Yeah. It's Nintendo. That's why they're successful, because they might not sell the most consoles, but they sell the most amount of games on their console. So,
because when you only get like 7 or 8 games a console generation, it kind of makes those.
Well, that's why Sony's been so successful this time around, because they're the ones that have the games, and they're the ones that had a system where people were just like, "Oh yeah, this is cool."
Even for the 360, and they still had much better games.
Oh, the 360 was better than the PS3 though, like by leaps and bounds.
In what way?
Oh, when it first released, it wasn't even a contest. The 360 was way
numbers.
better. Oh no, just hardware, the games, just everything.
Okay,
everything
no,
about the
hardware.
It sucked and it failed, but the games are better. Everything was better about it. Navigating.
I mean the actual hardware for the Xbox 360 and the PS3. The PS3 had better hardware.
Yes and no. That's debatable. A lot of games on the PS4.
No, it's not. It's actually the issue is that it was different architecture, so developers had issues optimizing.
Sure. So, like, what's the point of
That's
more powerful
not
hardware if people aren't
hardware? That's
what's the point of having more? It's like the Xbox original. It had more powerful hardware, but all the games were pretty much the same. They looked maybe slightly better on an Xbox, but nobody really cared. God of War was still on the PS4 or PS1, or PS2, whatever, PlayStation. So that's not really my point. It was better overall. Like navigating the menus were easier. The cross media bar sucked the shit when it first came on the PS3. It was better on the PSP. It was not good. The PS3 was not good at launch. Trust me, I had one.
I didn't get it at launch, so I'm not. I guess I didn't get the 360.
I still love my fat PS3. 3. It still works spectacularly. The fans don't go crazy loud or anything. That's never happened. It's always worked fantastically. But the 360 was just better for the first little while. It took a long time for the PS3 to catch up.
I still don't know what you mean by better.
Just everything, man. I'm telling you, the cross media bar was a shit show to deal with. If I want to change my settings to 720p on an Xbox, it was like, bam, bam, there you go. It's at 720p now. I want to go back to 1080p, bam, it's at 1080p. Everything was easy. You wanted to find your friend, you click the button, oh, hey, he's joinable. Bam, I'm in his game. PS3 was not like that. It was not. PS3 was terrible. It sucked. It just sucked. It took a long time for the PS3 to be good.
Everything you're talking about, though, is software based.
Yeah, sure. I'm just saying that the PS3 was a shit show to deal with. Look, ignore that I fucking said hardware that one time. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. Because that's not my point. That's not my point. You can have the best fucking hardware, but if there's no games on it and it's a harder time to deal with.
Yeah, but my point is
deal
that
with it?
if you have 6 to 8 games in 6 years, then it doesn't make any sense.
What do you mean?
So for the Switch, I do not understand Nintendo's point of view.
Yeah, but the Switch isn't $2,000. You can. I bet a lot of people just walk into a fucking store and just go the Xbox One S's. The PS4 Pro's not cheap. If you want to wait for a sale,
it's $500.
Yeah, but that's not an impulse. Nobody's gonna walk into a store and just, oh hey, look, it's the PS4 Pro. I'm just gonna buy that right now. Nobody's gonna do that.
But no one's gonna do that with the Switch. Is still overpriced for what you actually get for it, hardware wise.
But I understand the appeal. It's not that expensive. The fucking 3DS was more expensive when it came out.
Yeah, well, Nintendo fucking rapes you up the ass for the hardware, and then doesn't provide much in the ways of
It's still
software.
cheaper than everything. You'll rarely see an Xbox One that's cheaper. But that's the thing. You have to wait for a sale. You have to be on the hunt and be aware of that shit. An Xbox One for this week came with Battlefield 1, and it was a 1 terabyte hard drive. And the Xbox itself was also like a green army color, and it was $240 US. It's fucking insane. That's so cheap now. The Battlefield 1, man, that's so cheap. It's getting cheap. All right.
So a Nintendo Switch is $400 Canadian.
Yeah, Canadian, man. We get fucked over here.
Yeah, I know, but it's still $400 Canadian dollars. So how is that cheap?
How much is it in the US?
I would assume it's probably $399.
Yeah,
I don't see it being $100, but I guess that's also
I'm
Nintendo.
Looking at it right now, it's $300.
Yeah, because they're then raping Canada pretty bad by another.
Yeah, that's another thing though. Canada, I feel like we get fucked with everything, but we're not doing that solid in terms of.
It's much better. Anyways. Well, just within the last 3 weeks, it's gone up 8%.
Well, what does that bring us up to now?
What, we're at 81 cents to the dollar.
Okay. All right. I wasn't that bad with my estimate, but all right, that's all right. 81 isn't. It's not $100 worth.
No. That's the thing, is it should be then $350 or $358 or something like that.
Yeah, $350 that'd be okay. A PS4, I guess. What is that? What it is here? Oh no, you can get it on sale for $350 pretty often, but I think it's $400, right? A PS4.
No, it's cheaper than that.
Well, okay, I'm gonna. What?
No, Pro or
no, just a regular PS4, just the slim. I'm on Walmart.ca right now. I'm looking at a PS4. If it ever loads. Maybe a lot of people are using Walmart right now. A $350 with a game.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, so the Switch is not cheap here. But again, you're not their fan base. People will deal with shit just to play Mario and Zelda. And that's what I don't.
I wouldn't mind playing Zelda and Metroid. Those are the only 2 games that But the thing, I'm not going to spend $400 to then play 2 games.
Mm-hmm. If you're just one person and you plan on carrying this thing with you and you travel a lot, I see the appeal. But I never travel, and when I do travel, I'm the one that drives.
Yeah.
So I can't play games ever. All right. We got another video here. This is for Dynasty Warriors number 9. And I'm just going to run through this as quick as I can, but just to show you that it's open world now. It's open world. So you can fucking just walk everywhere and you go walk to missions and stuff. So, and there's fast travel. So it kind of looks like how can I describe this? Like Lost Souls-ish, but it's open world but you're dealing with a lot of crowds when you do the missions. It's interesting. It's a change of pace for fucking Dynasty Warriors.
Oh, actually, that's not too bad. $550 for a white PS4 PS4 Pro with Destiny 2.
Yeah, and that Destiny that's a cool looking white because it's like a
no, that's actually not
bluish looking
too
white.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a Pro with a game.
Yeah, the sandwich looking console.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, anyways, I'm just gonna fast forward. Oh, you know what this looks like? It looks like Monster Hunter, but instead of hunting monsters,
Yes, I would agree with it. Yes,
you're killing a lot of people.
Yeah.
In China, because that's what Dynasty Warriors is.
Do they actually specify they're China or?
It's like super early China. That's what all those games are mostly based out of, is Chinese wars. Might as well play this last video here. This is Descenders, and it is a downhill BMX game that, man, I have not played a downhill BMX game since Downhill Domination on the PS2. So if this is good, I could get into this. I would play a lot of this, but I don't know what it's actually coming out on. PC for sure. That's for sure. I just don't know if it's a console game. But hey, if you were into Downhill Domination, this looks cool.
So you're getting... Damn, we do get ripped to fucking whores.
Well, so the thing, especially with the Sony thing, is Sony treated our dollar pretty nice for a little bit. As soon as it dropped down, they added money, and they never adjusted it when it came back up. Well,
it's just been recently that it's come back up. I understand that, but...
No, we're doing better than when it went down. Like, when it went down, it was like a fucking like 65 or some bullshit, and it went up to like 70, 75 for a good long time.
I think it was actually down to like... Well, it was down to almost like 64 there for a bit.
It was low.
Yeah.
All right, so hey, the SNES Classic, the Walmart website, talk about going there. There was a pre-order page up that was there for about 40 to 45 minutes, and then Walmart sent out email saying, "Whoops, nope, that was an accident. We didn't mean to put up that page." But not everybody got that email, so
no. At first they did. Like, it was just
now they all did.
Everyone's now gotten the email saying, "Yeah, sorry, the pre-orders are not up yet.
Sweet.
You do not have a pre-order."
Sweet. Well, nobody actually paid anything, so.
No, exactly. Yeah. So it was just.
Unless you went through PayPal, but you're gonna get your money back anyways.
Yeah. No one will lose anything. It's the Walmart wouldn't do that. There would be too many lawsuits involved.
Pokemon Go had an event in Chicago in a park. There was a lot of people. Holy fuck. Holy motherfucker. There was a lot of people.
Any fights?
No. Well, it could have gone to that point. So here's the thing. It was $20 to attend this thing, and they were unveiling their first like ultra rare Pokemon. I forget what they call them, but fuck, there's a name. Legendary Pokemon. Yes.
That's the only word I know. With Pokemon. So there's another word other than legendary.
Okay, so they announced that there was 2 of them coming out, and you could capture them at this event. Lugia and Articuno.
So you're paying $20 to get one fucking Pokemon.
Two Pokemon. 2.
Oh, you could catch both. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the problem is there's so many fucking people there that it just overloaded the cellular networks, and nobody could actually do anything. So yeah,
that's good. That is fucking good.
It's kind of funny that nobody anticipated that. Like nobody. Yeah. Like it's fucking crazy. You go to E3 or you go to even Fan Expo in Canada, the cell reception is going to suck just because there's going to be so many people trying to get on their fucking phones.
Well, at things like that, don't they typically have a booster within?
It depends. If they plan out for it, sure.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing about the Toronto convention too is it happens in the Metro Convention Center, and the main floor is like in the basement of like 2-3 floors down. So you're
but
down
I thought Toronto convention, like I thought they did have boosters.
They might, but when it's Fan Expo, there's just too many people.
Well, it might be for certain providers. It might be like only Bell has their whatever or something.
It's possible. I find that TELUS is usually pretty reliable wherever I am. All right. So yeah, there you go. Hey, San Diego Comic-Con, Marvel vs. Capcom news. Yoshinori Ono, the producer of the game for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity, whatever the hell it's called. Chun-Li. A lot of people were like, holy shit, her face looks pretty dumb. You should probably fix that. And they were like, They said, yeah, we're going to fix that.
Mm.
It's interesting because that game comes out in less than 2 months.
Really?
So they don't have a lot of time. Yeah, September 19th.
Is this like the ultimate edition, or is this actually a new
No,
game?
this is the new one. This is the
okay.
Yes.
I remember seeing something at E3, and I thought it was a new game, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, well, the thing about this one too is that there's no X-Men characters. They want to focus on
the
Marvel characters that in the movies. Woo. Yeah, and they also unveil 4 more characters, but a list already leaked. We pretty much already know all the characters. Nemesis from Resident Evil, Mike Haggard from Final Fight, Frank West from that zombie game that I'm Dead Rising. Yes. Hey, Spider-Man from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So yeah, did you see that new Spider-Man movie?
No.
Yeah, I might watch it when it comes out on a video, but I'm not gonna watch it in the theater.
Right.
Which that's the first time I've done that with the Spider-Man movie.
I would have gone, but I don't. I
watched Spider-Man 3 in the theater. It was a good time.
You were laughing your ass off the whole time? Or you were with a girl and you didn't watch the movie?
A little bit of both, but at the end of it, I was just like, that's it? All this build up for just that bullshit? All right, cool. Like Sandman just leaves, and then Venom kind of just is done too.
Yeah, I saw Spider-Man 2 in theater on opening night.
I don't know if I saw an opening, but I've seen them all in the theaters.
And I don't think I saw... Well, I probably saw Spider-Man in the theaters, but that would have been fucking a long time ago.
The first 2 are definitely the best ones. That's a lot of people say that the second one is super amazing. I actually kind of like the first one better. There's flaws in it, but I like the first one way better.
Yeah.
Like fucking flies that thing into
the first one because it's the first one that you like. The web slinging and shit was really. It was the same thing. Like I still like the first Transformers movie. I fucking love that movie.
Oh Jesus, I hate that movie.
Why?
Because it's just all over the place. There's like cop shit going on and Transformer shit going on and the kid shit going on. I just can't take it. I just couldn't take that movie. And everything was so zoomed in that you couldn't really even tell who the fuck was winning anything at half the time. I enjoyed my time with it. I enjoyed my time with it. I just didn't think it was good. I was like, yep, that was a Transformers thing.
Like the second one was weird, and
I did not get to that point.
The ending was bad.
I did not love that.
Third one was pretty good. Fourth one was fucking horrible, and I'm sure the fifth one's fucking horrible.
Yeah, I'm done with that. Is it still all Michael Bay?
I think he's just a producer now. I don't think he's actually directing them.
Okay.
I think he only directed the first one, maybe the second one.
All right. Didn't he do the first 3? I want to say he did the first 3 because I want to say those were like his arc.
I know he's producing them.
But I want to say he directed the first 3 and then he was like, I'm out. I'm done. I think he almost wanted to just be done with it, but I guess he stuck around just to get that cash, that paycheck. All right, we talked about Battlegrounds earlier, and it's selling well. So Steam Spy is a tool that collects data from Steam users, and apparently 5.19 million people own that game on Steam.
That's a lot of motherfuckers.
Yep. You want to talk about your shit right here?
Yeah. So apparently Battlegrounds is adding microtransactions to their loot box system. 2 of them are free, so you'll just be able to open them no problem as you get them. So there's like I guess 3 categories. I'm not entirely understanding it, but so just, 2 categories are free to open, and then there's another one.
I guess it's just different currencies for different. Like I guess they do different things maybe too.
It might be. I'm not exactly sure.
This is the cosmetic box, and this is the actual weapon.
I think
box.
These are actually like randomly given to like the top players or something like that, or however loot boxes. I don't even know how the fuck loot boxes work entirely.
Well, loot boxes depends on the game
system. Yeah,
because most of the loot boxes you get XP, and then at a certain point you just get a box. And you go like, cool, there's stuff in here. Oh my god.
Well, anyways, the third category, when you do get the loot box, you can't actually open it. You then have to go buy a key. That's $2.50. This is supposed to be going on for a limited time, apparently. Maybe we'll see. And then from the Player Unknown, whatever, he's saying that it's going to be for the profits will go to fund the esports tournament that they're throwing within the next month or two. So the concept, actually, like you're funding the esports tournament, is cool.
Yeah, but that's nothing new. They've been doing that with Dota.
But a lot of people are fucking freaking out about this, that they're not going to be able to get things. Or
suck it.
Yeah.
You have to find everything anyways when you start the game.
Yeah, so like, these are not balanced things. These are not guns. These are not anything like that. This is all just cosmetic.
Yeah, the important shit is still all there.
Right.
Who gives a fuck?
So if it's not game breaking, they can charge do whatever the fuck they want, because I don't give a shit. If it's not game breaking, then it's...
This is the exact same shit we hear with almost every game.
Yes. Now, I'm assuming this is only a small portion of the game population, but they're just...
there's 5 million of them, so...
Yeah, well, 5 million copies have been sold. How many of those have been like banned and then had to buy a new game or whatever because they're dicks or something?
Sure. Well, don't be a dick and don't cheat on an online game. That's bad. Okay.
Yeah, I don't fully get whatever, but whatever.
Yeah, and with Dota, they've been doing this for a while. Like, they have some special loot boxes that are around for only around the Invitational, and then the proceeds of that go to the prize pool of the Invitational.
I
that's how they make it.
Like that, I guess.
That's how they make it more and more every year.
Yeah,
they just make it cooler and cooler, I guess. And I don't get Dota. I kind of get League. It's free. And you could, I guess Dota's free too, but man, I don't know, man. Dota. It's Steam. It's just everything about those games are weird because all the characters are other characters. They're straight up just fucking ripped off like Warcraft, or some of them just look straight up like a Mega Man character. They all look like other characters.
No, Michael Bay's directed all of them.
Oh, all of them. Oh, there we go.
Wow.
I think he wanted to stop doing them. And then he was just like, "Oh, I guess I'll keep doing it. I get money for this."
He's even done the new one. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Because I want to say his name's always been on it. I know for sure the three first were Michael Bay's Transformers.
Yeah. Well, I remember the first one definitely was.
Yeah.
And then, after the second one, I was very skeptical of anything that second one was.
I hated that first one. Fucking hated it. I watched it and I had fun. I was like, well, all this shit is stupid, but cool. There's Transformers. It just made me want to watch anything else that had Transformers in it except that.
Mm-hmm.
NBA 2K18, their cover star, Kyrie Irving, he wants to be traded from the Cleveland Cavaliers because he's like, LeBron James is too awesome. Everybody talks about him. I want people to talk about me. It's all about me. So he wants to be traded. Just make your fucking money and fucking win championships. That's how you're not going to win a championship on your own.
Well, yeah. Well, there's a lot of divas and shit that...
NBA is full of fucking weirdos. That just... And the NBA, out of all the sports, that's the one that seems the most rigged.
Rigged?
Yes, because the refs call some bullshit. And I'm not even a huge
some
NBA
of the
dude.
Champions League shit's pretty bad too in football.
I guess so. I guess Football,
when I say football, I mean soccer.
Football's just bullshit in general too. So, hey, there's some good football players that will not dive and are tough as fuck.
Yes.
But a lot of them are like NBA players that just make a lot of money and don't care about anything except being healthy and they don't give a shit about winning. It's just here. I want the money. Cool.
And that's also I think that's even what I'm talking about in the Champions League, whatever. That there have been some dives that have been like the dude's like 5 feet away, yet the penalty's still called.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing about LeBron is I know he's tough, but I also know that he's done a few things where it's just like, oh, he actually didn't get hit there, and he's just like putting on the show. Oh, his elbow was close to my face. Yeah, that's basketball used to be way crazier. Way crazier. Go watch watch basketball when fucking Jordan played.
Well, even hockey and shit was.
Fucking hockey was brutal in the 90s. People died. You could have legit died. It's crazy that there were more people didn't die back in the day because it was crazy. Somebody got hit. You had to watch your back because you could get hit back.
Who? Somebody got bulldogged, like freaking British bulldogged. Like, I can't remember.
That was Todd Bertuzzi.
Bertuzzi was the guy that
to Steve.
Bertuzzi was the guy it happened to.
No. Steve Bertuzzi was the dude that did it.
Yeah,
it was Steve. I had his last name from the Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah.
But because that's what. Like, that was in the 2000s. But hockey was brutal back then too.
And he hasn't played a game since.
No, he has not because he's fucked up. Everything's fucked up. His head's fucked up. His neck's fucked up. He's done. And the fucked up thing is too is everyone jumped on him after. I don't know if I would have done that. I get that you're passionate hockey players. I get it. But like, man, dude just got fucking his face smashed in the fucking ice after a punch, and then everybody just jumps on him. Oh, man, I would have just skated beside him and just fucking kicked him in the head. And go fuck off, you asshole. If you really wanted to get back at him, that's what I would have done.
No, you take off your skate and run.
Yes. Happy Gilmore style.
Slashing.
Happy Gilmore. Yeah. It's just, I was crazy that they all jumped on him. They did not help him for sure with that. It was literally like 4 dudes on top of him after he's fucking knocked out on ice. And they jumped on him. God.
And the refs did nothing.
Well, what do you want them to do? Like,
I know. Yeah. Well,
they did the most they
could. The NHL players are like 240. The referees are like 80 pounds. So
they did the most they could. They got everybody off, but like
eventually,
it's already done. Like it punched down on the ground, and everybody was on top in like a second. So it happened real fast. Hockey was brutal. That shit doesn't happen anymore. And if it does happen,
some
the
really
refs,
bad elbows and shit that get thrown.
Well, so the thing is, the refs kind of control it now, and it's real easy to see that shit happen when it's brewing, and they're just like, okay, if something happens right now, we're gonna like the next dude's out. So like, they didn't do that back in the day.
No.
It's pretty just willy nilly, just do whatever you want. I watched an OHL game in person once in Sudbury, okay, and there was 35 seconds left in the third. It's the very end of the game, and it took an hour to play because there were so many penalties and fights. I think there was like 2 players left on each bench at the end.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah. And it was just, oh my God, like I kind of want to go, but I kind of want to watch this too. I guess I'll just watch this because every fucking face-off was just, and then they calmed it down. They got it down to the 7 players that were not going to fight anymore. Anyways, Xbox Gold. If you have it, you can play Diablo 3 all weekend. Yeah. Hey, just
playing a game
free.
That's like 5 years old.
People still play it.
Yeah, no, I'm not. But like,
and it's remastered, bro. It's in 1080p now. It looks all good.
Okay.
Compared to when it came out on the 360 and the PS3.
Yeah, well, I've been playing at 1080p since it came out.
Don't you have like a 1440 or something?
Well, I don't have a 1440 monitor.
Okay.
I just have a really nice 1080p monitor.
I used to have a 1440p monitor before 1440p was like actually a thing. It was like a few games supported it, but it's more widespread now. Even like YouTube does 1440p videos now. I regret getting rid of those monitors because they still worked. Anyways, Xbox Game Pass added 7 games in August: Dead Rising 3, Dirt Rally. So those 2 games are all right. I would play that for free. Well, $10 a month, $12 a month in Canada.
Yeah.
Limbo, Metal Slug, Double X. I'm pretty sure that's 20. I want to say they actually do use Roman numerals. Pharaonic. I don't know what that is. Pharaonic. I don't know what that is. So Many Me. I don't know what that is either. Ultratron. I don't know. I know none of these games, but Dirt Rally's cool. And that's actually, we talked about this. Those games are still
Yeah.
expensive. So
Is Dirt around? Well,
yeah, on Steam, I think it was still $30 or $40. You said Canadian.
30's not too bad, but
Yeah, but that game was not a full price game when it came out too. So it hasn't really dropped all that
Dirt
much.
Rally is 66.
66. Yeah. So that. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. All right. I guess it was full price. Maybe. Oh, you know what? Maybe on release it was on sale. Because I want to say that game was $40 on release. But I could be wrong.
Came out in 2015, December.
Yeah, Oh, no. It was in early access. And it was cheaper, but it was in early access.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's how you could get it for less. Anyways, that's cool. They have not removed any games from Xbox Game Pass yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yet. But I have to assume that most games that are on there are probably going to be there for like at least a year. Maybe 6 months.
Yeah, I would
depending on
go
the
6
contract,
months. But yeah.
Especially if they're Microsoft games, I would assume they have them for a
Microsoft
year.
games, I would think they'll be there for quite some time.
Yeah,
But-
at least. Because you still got to make money on it somehow. You can't just put up Halo there for no reason. I'm sure people still.
Well,
love
I get
some
you're
Halo
going
stuff.
because I guess I would have to see the full list. But how many 360 games? Like you could just keep Halo 3 up there because no one's gonna fucking buy Halo 3 now.
Yeah, I don't think there's any Halos except for 4 or 5. 5? Yeah, it was 5. It was 5.
5's on this thing.
5 is on
5
this.
just came out.
Pretty sure it was 5. But I don't think there's any. There was only one Halo thing, and I was kind of surprised by that. I don't think there's any Gears of War on this either, which kind of surprised me too. But I think the list is up to like 110 or 14 or something right now. It's all right. It's an okay list, and you're not getting fucked over if you're Canadian on that one. It's legit just $2 more.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. Halo 5. Because Halo 5's not that old to be.
No, what is it?
and so
2016 or 15?
I think it's 16.
Yeah, no, it's not that old.
I think they're all alphabetical.
But out of all the Halo games that should be on there, that's probably the one you should.
Yeah.
And earlier today,
there are Gears that is there, Gears 2, Gears 3, and then Gears.
Oh, they're okay. So they're all
Juggernaut.
there.
And Ultimate Edition.
Okay, so just the 360 ones? Oh, 4 is the new one. 4
Ultimate
the new one.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 is not there.
Oh, it's not.
So
there.
yeah,
Okay.
it's the 4 from the 360 and
Okay.
then the Ultimate.
Which has that? I think that's HDFi'd, right?
Yeah, it's one.
Yeah.
It's remade 1.
Okay, 1. Okay, yeah, 1 is the roughest looking one. Like,
Yes.
When that game first came out, you were like, "Holy shit!" But looking at it now, you're like, "Whoa!" All the faces are kind of janky.
Yeah, you also get Halo Spartan Assault.
Oh yeah,
Never heard-
yes,
I think
that's a phone game.
Yeah, okay.
That's I think it's an RTS ish.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't remember.
I do know there was one that was like a shooter, like a twin stick shooter. You could
Oh yeah,
move.
it might be a twin stick shooter. It might be a twin stick shooter.
That was. I don't know what that was called.
I forget if this is the one that they plan to release on the Surface, like the actual huge table back in the day, and they just made it into a phone game. But I don't remember. I have not heard great things about that game. But yeah, anyways, right before the show went up, Ubisoft's services were all offline. Like everything was offline. You can get on to what's it called? Uplay. You can get onto their games on PS4 or Xbox. You can play anything. Wildlands was not working, and the story has all disappeared. So I guess it came back up. But for at least 30 minutes today, shit was not working.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. It happened to Sony for like 35 days or something like that.
Oh yeah, well that's crazy. That was crazy. I was pissed off that whole time. I get when it's technical difficulties and you have to fix shit, but like that was a shit show.
Yeah.
Because at first they didn't even know what was going on. I'm sure they figured it out really quick, but they did not clue us into what was going on for a long time.
At that point in time, things weren't like they are now either.
Especially for PS4 or PlayStation. And Xbox has always been, it's Microsoft.
Yeah.
I feel like Microsoft's always been ahead of the curve.
Well, I would agree with the software OS portion. Microsoft stuff is typically better.
Typically.
Now, the way I don't like the updates that Microsoft does opposed to the firmware, but...
Oh, so did you get the creators update on Windows lately? Did you get that update?
I do.
Okay, cool. There it goes. So yeah, that came out this week for everybody.
Oh,
so even if you didn't pay for Windows, you have it. Yeah. So it's cool that they do that, but I guess there's an actual reason for doing that because of all the the system hacks and all that. They close up all the holes.
Yeah.
It's probably better for Microsoft to actually release updates. Like Windows XP had an update a month ago because ransomware was basically making it unusable for almost pretty much anybody who was using.
Sure, that was
Windows
XP.
Yeah, it was XP. Might have been other versions too, but it was definitely XP.
Okay, because I thought they left XP and weren't. They said they weren't going to do anything for XP like a year and a half ago.
Oh no, that was maybe longer than that. Maybe 2-3 years. Maybe, yeah. They stopped supporting Windows XP, but Windows XP was getting crippled. Crippled, so they were just, okay, we got to close up all these holes. And they did it. Because there's still, the amount of shit that still uses Windows XP, insane. Insanity. If I could still use Windows XP and have all the stuff that I have with Windows 10, I would probably still use XP. It's just Windows 10. It's just there's way too much stuff in it now that I rely on. Like plugging in something in it, then the thing just working.
Yeah,
that's so cool. Even Windows 7 was not 100% with that shit.
I never had any issues with Windows 7 with USB shit, but
but you had to install drivers on Windows 7. If you didn't know where to get the drivers, you were fucked on Windows 7.
For what?
Everything.
Not necessarily. Like, there's a lot of shit that
my Bluetooth adapter never worked on Windows 7 because I lost the drivers for it. But on Windows 10, it just plugs right in. It just works. But yeah. Anyways.
Like the only thing I really had drivers for Windows 7 was my printer.
Capture card is also something else.
Well, but with the capture card, you have the whole software that goes with it and everything.
No. All the software for all the capture cards, I hate all of it. How do you use your capture card?
On
XSplit, it just works. It's like a webcam that I pick from a list.
Okay, so you're playing through XSplit?
Yeah. XSplit is my software. Why would I use anything else?
Because you'd have delay?
No. Okay. Nope. And I don't play the game on XSplit, so even if there is a little bit of delay, who gives a shit? Okay. But yeah, even if you use the software, you would still get delay. You're still piping in through your computer.
No, XSplit. I guess.
No, because there's no delay. I'm waving on the screen and I see it at the exact same time. And if you waved, I would probably see you wave at the same time too. Well, Skype is a little bit delayed, but
yeah.
But it wouldn't be delayed on XSplit, that's for sure. No, if you're talking about going through YouTube, then yeah, it's gonna be delayed by multiple seconds, probably like 30 seconds. Anyways, we're gonna go do our MMA show next. And I just realized I didn't have the news of the week overlay on this whole time. Woo! Cool. All right, so if you're watching live, stay tuned. But if not, we'll be back next week. Thanks for tuning in. We're here every Thursday talking about video games. Mostly. It devolves into a lot of other stuff most of the time.
A lot of arguments and other weird, stupid shit happens.
Well, I started talking about NBA, and then that led into some hockey talk, because, Canada.
We're Canadians.
Texans like hockey.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough. even though there's no ice over there. They love it. I would say Floridians love hockey, but it's mostly Canadians that are down there that like the hockey. So
yeah, well, I guess there's the West Coast Hockey League. I guess would be based would be what the Texans probably like.
I don't know what it is about Texas, but Texas just seems to love a bunch of weird stuff.
Yeah.
The food in Texas, I hear, is super delicious.
Well, where in Texas, but yeah.
Oh well, the big cities like
like Dallas, Fort Worth, and Austin are definitely known for their foods.
And it's a lot of ethnic stuff too. Ethnic stuff.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like standard barbecue stuff.
Yeah, most of the shit out of Austin is barbecue stuff. Like there's a couple of restaurants there that you have to, like, they don't take reservations. You actually have to like stand in a line for like 6 hours to get into the place.
Yeah, no, that's what I hear. Well, especially during like conventions and stuff, like video games and stuff. I have friends that go there, so yeah, there's long lines, especially during busy times where there's a lot of tourists.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's Texas talk here on Fresh Air is Overrated. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.